What's going on, my name is Eason and welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be getting into women and economic development, all that fun stuff. So we're going to be seeing how economic development affects women and gender inequalities and all that fun stuff, and how women affect economic development and their jobs and that role and blah 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 blah. Let's get into this. So a woman's role in a country, it changes as the economy of a country changes. And I know that may seem a little surprising, but hey, that's how it works. So at the beginning, they don't have much of an influence on the economy, and inequalities are high. At the beginning of a country, when it starts developing, we see a big primary sector of women. Not necessarily in commercial agriculture. I mean, we see some in commercial agriculture, don't get me wrong, but we see a lot of subsistence agriculture. Remember, that's where they feed the family more. They feed themselves and the family. And that doesn't have a huge influence on the economy of that country. And then the more developed a country becomes, the more jobs women have. And this is going to be due to less inequalities. Employers are hiring women for certain reasons. Sometimes they hire children as well. But they're hiring women because they're women and stuff like that. That's less inequalities. And here we go. We have a map on the screen. Geography has a ton of maps, and here's a map. It has women's economic opportunity of 2012. And the darker shade of, I guess, let's say pink, it is, the more opportunities they have. And this could be for education and training, legal and social status, business, creating business, labor policy, access to finance, all this stuff I'm reading here on the top, by the way, in the caption. But all that stuff influences this graph. And we can see here the more developed a country is, we generally see more opportunities. And this means there is less inequality. And if you think back of your measures, this is going to be a lower GII score. So we can see here our developed countries in our like Western Europe and United States and Canada and Australia, our main core and developed countries, they're going to have more opportunities for them. But we see in our like sub-Saharan African countries, there's generally less opportunities for them. Now let's get into workforce inequalities. So although there are more women in the workforce as a country develops, they do not have equity in wages and employment opportunities. So they're not going to be employed in every single thing out there. Some jobs may be seen more as a men's job. Some may be seen as just a woman's job. And then wages, maybe jobs that are seen as women's jobs, they're going to pay less. I mean, women haven't had much jobs before, so like they're not going to be starting out at a huge pay. So, I mean, I'm eating a breath mint. Hang on. So they're not going to have total equity. No country is going to have total gender equality. You're not going to see that. But these are things to point out, because even though a country develops, these are the things we still see. And here we go. We have a wages gap of the United States. We're looking here at a regional scale of analysis and a national scale. And here we're comparing data per state in America. And this is going to be income as percent by male income. So this is the wages gap. So the lighter shade, there's a bigger gap between wages. The darker shade, there's a smaller gap. And one thing to point out is that the urbanized, the developed regions of the United States, so New York, Florida, California, they're pretty developed. They're actually going to have less gaps. But if you look here in like the tornado alleys, so Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, Nebraska, the Dakotas, we're going to be seeing less of that. They're not as developed. They have actually less cities and all of that. I mean, there's also a fewer population there. So they're going to be seeing a higher wages gap. So think about that when looking at different scales of analysis of a country. Now we're going to get to our final part of the video, which is microloans. So these are smaller loans provided by people or certain organizations for a specific cause that can benefit a business and its community. They have provided opportunities for women to create small local businesses, and these have improved standards of living for the women and, of course, their community, providing finance. Now these have also been a cause for debt of failed businesses. So if the business doesn't work out or the women spend the money on something else, this could create debt for them. Microloans, they generally are paid back a little longer than these normal loans. And there's also going to be lower interest as well. So those are things to know. about microloans, and they really have helped women a lot more prominently than they have not helped women and their communities. We see this a lot in actually Africa. There's a website out there that you can donate to women to start businesses. Their country is pretty poor. I said poor. They're pretty poor, and they don't have the money for that. So they do that to try to earn money to feed their family, feed themselves. That's probably one of the most important things. And microloans are there, and you can give a microloan. You will be paid back, hopefully. But these are also going to be smaller, so you're not going to be getting like $50,000 loans out. You're going to be giving maybe stuff probably under 25,000. I'm going to say that. Maybe a little bit higher. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Complete the skill check on the screen. It'll help you. That's all I got for you guys. Like the video, subscribe. That really does help me out. And it's free. Join my Discord server. Just hang out, play games, learn something new, teach other people new things, help out with homework, learn AP Human Geography, and leave a comment or criticism. I love criticism. You guys can watch more AP Human Geography videos on this unit, other units. I got tons of them out there. And yeah, adios. Thank you for watching.